Are you saying that some kind of oracle somewhere in Africa will have to control somebody?
Even if my landlord is the devil himself, since I have paid, I have committed him by paying money for his
That
rent.
is it.
My brother, he has no influence over me.
That is it. A friend of mine the other day was telling me that he was about to rent a new apartment,
Okay.
live where he's living now. He has been living for the past 1 year plus.
Yeah.
He has not even renewed his rent, and he wants to leave the same environment and go to another place.
Wow.
Okay, this is the fourth time that he has relocated in the last 5 years. This is the fourth time that he has left where he's living to rent another apartment with his family. And I was wondering, how can you be wasting money on agents and agreements in this age and time, in this economy that everybody is doing everything to stay afloat? And I was wondering, how can somebody be making such a temporary decision in a permanent situation? He has been through 2-3 churches now. The pastors that presided over the worship and everything called him out and told him that his financial predicaments, what he's going through financially, and his family issues now, they are coming from where he's living. Which serious. Goes to say that he's accusing the owner of the house for using supernatural powers to hinder him from the landlord, to hinder him from making progress. So I don't really believe in such a thing in 21st century.
This is really heart-touching. But for me, actually, we're Africans, and as a matter of fact, religion is all about belief and practice.
Yes.
And in Africa, we have African traditional religion.
Yes.
Even the foreign religion that came in. We have African traditional religion, we have the Islam, we have Christian that later came in.
Yes.
You understand? But I believe it is possible for such things to happen. But it should not make him lose his senses.
I mean,
how can someone be relocating from one place to the other in the past
5 years now he has left where he's living 4 good times.
Imagine.
That means on average he doesn't even stay more than 1 year.
It's a pity, but he needs to find a permanent solution, look for the best way possible. I think if that kind of thing happens to a man, from the place I'm coming from, if that kind of thing happens to a man, that means he may be betrothed to a particular deity or an oracle. That these are things that can make a man that restless until he finds the root.
Do you mean that maybe he has a debt to pay, maybe where he's coming from his village?
Yes, he has a connection to either a deity or an oracle that is demanding him to come, either to serve or to settle.
That's another thing. Are you saying that some kind of oracle somewhere in Africa will have to control somebody and maybe use life issues and predicaments, problems of life, to force him to come and worship the oracle?
Very, that is what we are into.
That means that oracle is in fact, no police is better than that oracle.
Yes, we have it.
Forcing somebody to come and worship you. It's not like you are doing something for the person so that the person will have the pleasure of coming to worship you as an oracle. But you have to force the person through predicaments.
Yes.
What makes an African person think that worshipping an oracle will end his problem in this life? Because I've seen many DBS and many native doctors who have issues. Maybe their wives are barren, who have issues with maybe one of the children having mental health problems.
Yeah.
And the oracle cannot even solve it. So how can I be sure that this my guy now, for him to get himself financially or stop having family issues, that he would have to abandon whatever he's doing and go down the village and worship an oracle?
No, I get me right. I said either he's indebted, or he has connection. He's connected from birth. Some oracles, from the stories I've heard, or from things I've seen, even on my side, some oracles choose people to worship them. You understand? From birth, you'll be choosing by that oracle. And if you don't come, and these things happen because of the vow that the predecessor or the institutors of such platform, it's a platform, it's a spiritual platform.
Okay.
That many prayers have been made, many promises have been made, and if that person dies, the child
will inherit the debt that was supposed to pay to the oracle.
Yes, and if by virtue of negligence or stubbornness, that man refused to come willingly, bro, that man will be tormented. So tormented by such platforms, such energy, such power.
But I thought those deities would have to use good things, good events, good omen, and lure somebody to come and worship them. Like, when you notice that good things are happening to you, if anybody comes and tells me that is this deity that is the cause of my riding Lexus 350 2025 model, I'll be tempted to go and worship the deity. But when I notice that my predicament, my financial issue, the difficulties I'm having is because I did not come and answer one deity, I will be more recalcitrant, more stubborn to go and worship such a deity. But that's not even the issue. The issue here is that this guy is accusing the compound and the house owner of his predicaments. He assumes that whatever is happening to him right now is because of maybe something that the landlord did to the compound that is affecting everybody that lives on that. And he's relating his issues with other tenants in the compound. He's trying to correlate them and see, and he has seen matches already that this guy, when he packed into the compound, he was riding a car, and he's no longer riding a car. The other one lives at flat 17. He was riding a Lexus before, and he's no longer riding it. And him too, when he packed into the compound, he packed in because he saw himself that he can be able to pay. But right now, he can't even repay the rent. He can't even renew the rent.
Well, in this case, you will need to ask some questions. But for me, I want to tell you, I believe some landlords may be committed to some kind of occultic groups. It's possible. If actually the message of the pastor is right, because some men of God are fraudulent. They use fear.
Yes.
They inculcate fear in the minds of their victims,
their followers, yes,
to rope them, to siphon them. So, but otherwise, I will tell you that some piece of land may be cursed. You understand? Because of some past spiritual activities that may have occurred or happened
around there before
on the land.
Okay, are you saying that maybe the pastor is also suffering what he's suffering? But I mean, the landlord is also suffering what he's suffering.
Be suffering same thing.
What he's suffering, but he doesn't have anybody to complain to.
Exactly.
And he's just holding up to himself.
Maybe he bought that piece of land. That is, if he's living there.
If he's living there.
Maybe he bought that piece of land and just built for commercial purpose. And maybe he may be living there, he may not be living there. Or if he's living there, he may be passing through such. Or he has a stronger spirit. Sometimes something may be happening to people, may be victims of circumstance.
Okay.
And you will be an exception because of the type of spirit you carry.
Okay.
That is in spirituality. People that understand spirituality will tell you that some people have defenses or exemptions from influence.
Okay.
You understand?
But my problem is that this guy should look into his life, look into his financial life, his spending ability, his spending habits. He should look into how he spends his money, how he makes his money.
Yeah, it's a good
point. If the kind of business he's doing, he's driving away his customers through his attitude towards his customers, or his spending attitude, how he makes his expenditure, his expenses for his business and his family.
Yeah.
He's a family guy that has 3 children already, and those 3 children, I learned the other time that he has the 3 children in one of the most expensive schools in our area.
Wow!
And he's complaining that whatever is happening to him is because of the landlord. How do we reconcile that?
I understand from where you're coming from. He may be the cause of his problem.
He may be the cause of his problem. Yeah. I sat down to think about it because he asked me for financial assistance. He said I should assist him so that he can rent a new apartment. That he's dying.
That's why you are concerned.
That's why I'm concerned. I don't have a problem with lending him money. He's my friend. I can lend him money. But my own is I want him to justify the reason why he wants to relocate from a house he had barely renewed the rent.
Yeah.
He had just lived inside this house for not up to 1 year.
But please,
and wants to relocate.
Please, in every gossip there must be an atom of truth, or in every information there must be an atom of truth.
That's correct.
That man may be suffering from it. Even if he's having a problem with his spending habits or lifestyle, that means he still need to trace it down to spiritualism, his spiritual life, his inner personality, to know what prompts him to misuse funds that way. You understand? So, but I must tell you that some piece of land may be cursed because of some past spiritual activities. Some people may be victim of evil house owners. It's true. It does happen. This is Africa, and anything is possible.
Yes, it can happen. It can happen. Although we don't have any evidence, empirical evidence, that whatever somebody is going through is coming from his landlord or his landlady, as the case may be.
Yes.
But my issue is that we Africans, we like to shift blames. I have noticed it all around. Nobody wants to take responsibility for his own actions. If somebody comes out of his house and say and falls, he wouldn't like to check whether his sandal is the cause of his fall, or there's water spillage on the floor, or if he wasn't even looking very well. He didn't know when he stumbled upon a plane, a rough surface, and that made him to fall. Nobody wants to look into that. The only thing is that he will start accusing the entire heavenly bodies that they are responsible for his predicament.
Yes, just like I told you, religion is all about belief and practice. Some people believe that when you are in this right state of the spirit, you cannot encounter misfortune. You understand? So if you are in the right state of spirit, of your spirit, yes, you see that coming outside, even if there is spillage, your instinct should be able to guide you.
So are you telling me that somebody cannot make ordinary mistake?
It's possible to make
mistakes. If maybe I want to comb my hair,
yes,
and I make a mistake and put one stick of the comb inside my eye, or nearly put it inside my eye, yes, I'll blame somebody for my problem that I made myself.
I'm telling you, just like I told you, spirituality is all about belief and practice. So some people believe that when they're in the right state of the spirit, they can't make mistakes, they can't encounter misfortune unless something is wrong behind the scene.
Do you know that? Yes, I believe in spirituality. We know that one. What I'm saying is that we should not accuse all external forces for our problem. Yes. We should look into our own life, look into ourselves.
Yes, for me, I believe you.
Before somebody will have an issue, we look into it's happening at large now. Like in the country. At some point, somebody, a minister in this country, said that the problem we have in power sector is because of spirits. So are you telling me that it's only in our country that spirits attack our economic sectors?
That is his belief.
It does not attack them in Ghana. It does not attack them in Egypt. It does not attack them in all over the world. It's only in Nigeria. It's only in our country that spirits attack. In fact, everything that happens to any African, any Nigerian, is because of external spirits.
My good brother, I don't have anything to say about our minister and his excuses.
Okay.
You know, because some people hide under spirituality to give excuses
for their failure,
for their inefficiency,
for their disappointments,
their failures, for their dubious activities.
Okay.
Just like in the case of these pastors who use the spirituality and religion to steal from their victims. Yes. You know, so I don't have anything to say about that. But all I know is that spirituality exists and it's all about belief and practice. So your friend should look into his life, just like you said.
Yes.
While he's also looking at the other side of the coin, because spirituality exists in Africa. That's where we find ourselves.
Yes.
So I don't know if there is anybody in the comment section that can help us. They can do that.
I still put up my position that if anything is happening to somebody, he needs to check himself first. Find out if he is the cause of his own problem. If you are having financial issue in your business, check if you are the cause of your problem by overspending or not even giving a good account of your expenditures. Some people will make 100,000 and spend 80,000.
That's true.
From a business.
That's true.
I know that the business money is not your money. The money belongs to business. What belongs to you is your savings. When somebody has spent all his savings and he is now depending on any amount he makes from his business to solve his problems, that's a very big problem. He's failing. He's failing his business.
Yes.
So you should not start blaming anything. And I don't believe that landlords who are staying in Nigeria and landladies who are staying in Nigeria and going through the same economic situations that all of us are going through would even have time to go and use something to control their tenants.
No, bro.
I don't believe that.
No. The truth is that bad people exist even from time immemorial. Even in the Western world.
Are you saying that
they are witches?
Through one way or the other that landlord can go through the back door, use one babalawo or one DPR, one native doctor?
It's possible
to now rope all his tenants into one.
No, it's possible that if you fall victim of these people, you understand that they are bad men. If you are a victim, you see that for 10 years you'll be struggling to pick up to find balance.
Now I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Whatever is happening to the landlord, who would he blame?
If the landlord has problem, he look for a way. But remember, you started this by saying that a pastor prophesied to him, saying that this man is under influence from the
landlord or the landlady.
So now, we'll judge from the information we have.
Okay, if a tenant is having an issue,
yes,
he should now accuse maybe through one man of God, through one prophecy they called out and the video did for the sake of gathering followers.
Yes.
And believing in their so-called prophecies. He will now blame the landlord or the landlady of the house. Then when landlords have issue, they will find another way to solve it.
If a landlord has, the landlord is a human being just like the tenant. You know, so that is why I'm telling you that some landlords are egos. Some people are egos, especially those people that had navigated through life, that had made it, that had committed themselves to some kind of society.
Okay. What of the other way around? What if it happens the other way around? That the landlord comes out tomorrow and says the man living at the downstairs or the man living upstairs is the one responsible for his own financial predicament.
There are cases like that.
So landlord will come and tell me to pack out of his house, that I am the responsible for his downfall, his business.
Some people, I have seen cases like that. But for me, I don't believe. Even if my landlord is the devil himself, since I have committed him by paying money for his
rent, is it.
My brother, he has no influence over me.
That is it.
You understand? But listen, there's something else to this.
Okay.
Before this occultic man gets to you, before you become a victim, before they miss you, they will have a kind of warning, issued to you directly or indirectly. Then maybe they will tell you, they will say things like, "See this mango tree here, please, nobody should pluck it."
Okay.
Bro, if you are wise, you avoid.
You don't temper the mango
tree. So it exists in Africa, so things happen. It happens even outside Africa.
Okay.
You understand? Where there's this strong religious practice, things happen.
Okay, how sure is this guy that's getting to the new place now that he wouldn't encounter the same problem?
That is why he should check his personal life, just like you say.
Yes.
He should check his life. That's why also I mentioned his inner personality.
Okay.
His village. He should go to the village and check if actually
he has an issue there too.
They should diagnose and check if there's something you need to sort out.
Okay.
For me, tell us your opinion in the comment section.
And we'll be delighted to hear from you. If you have encountered any issue like this where you are living, tell us how you were able to solve the issue. It will help and encourage others, because so many people are going through a lot right now. And in Nigeria, we already have economic situation. People are looking for excuses. Even the ones that are caused by oneself want to transfer the excuse and the blame to the next person.
Exactly. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you.